Hello everyone and welcome to the 7th mission of my Halo Reach Legendary Walkthrough Guide. Today we'll be doing the mission Exodus. Now this mission is one of my personal favorite missions in the entire Halo franchise. The atmosphere, the level design, the gameplay, everything about this mission is absolutely fantastic. And I am a huge fan of this mission, but I want to get into that at a later time. But for now, let's get into the mission. There's going to be 3 Jackal skirmishers that you can make quick work of. As soon as you do that, walk over to this Marine. He'll have a Magnum for you. That way you'll have more ammo for when you go into this part right here. There are 3 grunts inside this room. Headshot them to make easy work of them. And keep an eye out by walking over all the grunts' dead bodies for a needler. You're going to need that later. Around this corner, there are 2 more grunts. You're going to want to headshot them as well, making sure that you keep an eye out for, again, more needler ammo, because we are definitely going to need that for the brutes later. Down this hallway, there are 2, but there are going to be actually 3 grunts that are going to be charging at you. And there we go. If you need health, which I believe everybody will do, around this corner, there's going to be a health pack. If you don't want that health pack because it's just not your favorite health pack or whatever, there's one at the very end after you fight the last of the Suicide Squad. Alright. There was a total of 5 grunts. We just killed 3. We're going to kill the last 2 right here after they charge us. But the other guy just completely got murked by his own buddy, which is completely cool with me because I did not want to waste my ammo. Speaking of ammo, there's going to be some ammo for your pistol on this Marine's dead body. And keeping an eye out for any needlers that are on the floor. And there's also going to be some needlers in this room where there's all these grunts charging you down these stairs. It's a huge cluster. And you're just going to want to make sure that you take them all out. You can either have them like clustered at the beginning of the stairs and just headshot the first one, then they'll all die, or whatever you want to do. It's completely up to you. Running on to this brute right here, we're going to assassinate him because why not? Haven't really assassinated things in Halo Reach during this walkthrough, so might as well have a little bit of fun. Using the needler to take out the unshielded brute, which is really clutch for us. Tossing down a plasma grenade to eliminate and get that nice double kill. I'm going to use this needler to take out another one of these brutes. Take out the other one at the very end, which just got done throwing a human being around like a rag doll. And then tossing a grenade at this door, taking out those Jackal skirmishers. And then headshotting this brute like there's no tomorrow. Taking up that needler. We need that for this fight coming up right here. We're going to take out the grunts at the bottom level first, and then we're going to work our way to the top level, take out the grunts there, and then we're going to start taking out the brutes and cleaning up the mess sitting here in the station. All right. Going to use our needler here for the brutes right here, but that guy used armor lock, so he's kind of annoying. All right, we got one of them, but this guy just got away from my needlers, and I'm sad, but we're going to charge him down because I'm petty and I want that brute to die. I don't want to get shot by him later. Anyways, there's a brute captain at the very top here. You're going to want to take him out as well. And then we're going to start taking out these 3 jackals that are like they're going to be probably the most difficult enemy you fight in this entire section. Like having a needler is awesome, but these guys just got to make sure you keep an eye out on your bloom. Look for that notch in their shields, and you should be fine. Alright, there's still a few brutes left, but I don't have enough needler ammo. But if you do, feel free to use your needler. That's the whole point of bringing the needler along with us, is this whole fight is a good use of the needler, because you're not facing any shielded enemies at all throughout the rest for a majority of these fights here. You're going to want to make sure that you use the needler, like use your tools wisely. I don't have any more pistol ammo, so I decided to pick up a plasma pistol. Easily took out that jackal, and that is a fairly decent, that's a fairly clean fight sequence for the first half of this area. Now, as soon as you hit that elevator, you're going to charge down and go grab the DMR that is going to be on the right in this little area right here. It's going to be on like a little weapon box, and then there's another one up here, and then you're going to jump down, go back to the area that we came from to go into the station, and we're going to eliminate all the enemies that jump out of this phantom. keeping an eye out for this Grunt right here. I don't like it when they get on the turret, so I like to headshot the Grunt. That way I can kind of just do my thing. But it's whatever. Now, the enemies will charge you. You do not have to charge them, which is really, really cool. Take out that brute captain with the gravity hammer. Take out the other brutes right here. Almost get stuck, but no siree. We're going to just keep on going. Alright, so majority of the rest of the enemies are going to be in here already. Jackal skirmishers did make it past us, but we did get a lot of the brutes, which is exactly what the entire purpose of charging that phantom was. Trying to take out that Jackal skirmisher, but he does not want to die. Making sure we keep an eye out for any other enemies. Keeping an eye out, especially on our motion tracker, making sure that we're not getting charged up on from the backside, which is what we were getting charged up by. And look at that brute captain looking, like bringing his gravity hammer at us. But he doesn't know I have a better thing, and it's called a needler, and he just doesn't know what to do. All right, and that's this fight. That's extremely. Sorry, there's one more brute. Oh, two more brutes. Sorry, there's one more on the left right here. But again, brutes equal needlers as long as they don't have a shield. DMR is absolutely awesome against them as well, so make sure that you keep an eye out. And basically just remember, needler is your best friend. Even a needle rifle, if you find one of those. If you don't have DMR, just use that against the brutes, and you'll make short work of them. All right. So the next fight is a fairly drawn-out fight, but it is also fairly easy if you just play exactly how we did in that previous engagement. Needlers for the brutes, DMR for the smaller infantry like the grunts, the jackals, and if you really need to, use your DMR against the I'm just gonna call them brute miners for the sake of it. There was some DMR ammo back there. As soon as you get into the bulldog fight sequence, make sure that you keep track of where the DMR ammo case is, because if you need it, you can just come back here, grab some more ammo, and then go back into the fight if you want to do it that way. Just gonna keep jumping up and down. There is a way to skip this, but I'm not gonna skip this section because, again, this is probably one of my favorite missions to play through. And I really enjoy playing through this full mission. Up here, there are going to be three grunts. One of them is going to be with the fuel rod. And then there's a couple of jackals as well. One of them with a needle rifle. He's going to be a jackal marksman. Going to be keeping an eye out for these grunts. But this grunt finally decided to die after getting shot 8 times. Going to make sure that we keep an eye out for those smaller infantry. If we see any brutes, feel free to use your needler, but don't try to snipe them with the needler. You want to use your DMR for that. Again, those brute miners, they kind of just fall over if you shoot them like 2 or 3 times in the head. It's fairly easy to still headshot a brute miner with your DMR. There we go. Checking our left here, making sure that all the enemies gone, but I see this brute miner on the left here right next to that red Traxxas container, but he's dead now. But apparently 2 or 3 more were right there. Brute captain just jumped down with a gravity hammer, which we're going to be worrying about in a few moments. Keeping an eye out for this jackal. I don't want him to survive, but I'm hurting. Let's see here. Taking a little too much heat, but yeah, usually you don't want to be that aggressive. You want to still make sure that your shields are still good, but I think I was just trying to get through this part as fast as I possibly could. All right, that brute right there, the brute captain, again, like a lot of this is just your DMR plus your needler, and if you need any health, there's plenty of health packs littered throughout this entire engagement. All right, we're gonna jump up there with where the other bullfrogs are at. Sorry, and then there's gonna be a few grunts at the right here that are gonna be closest to you, and there's gonna be, and that poor marine just got completely yeeted off that platform. But there's gonna be a brute captain with a concussion rifle, and you're gonna want to focus him later on. But right now, We want to take it slow and steady because slow and steady does win the race, and that it also helps you finish the mission. So, yeah, that's another bonus. And take out another. There we go. We got those two brutes, and there's that brute captain, and I'm trying to find him because he's the one I'm worried about the most. But I think I can charge him down with my needler, and he decides to armor lock. I decide to miss with plasma. I stick him, but what's the point of sticking somebody? I just wasted plasma grenades for no reason, but I mean, he still died, so who cares? Alright, if you need a health pack, there's one right on the left before you go into the next engagement. So you're just going to turn around, jump right on up. Just keep going up, 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 and then there we go. Alright, there's going to be more DMR here. Keep an eye out for that. If you need another health pack, there's plenty of them around here. As I said, that Marine just did not want me to get that DMR, so I had to go around him. There was those 3 grunts right there. Keep an eye out on that Phantom because you do not want it to just... You don't want the grunt at the turret to just completely destroy you, and I have died by that a few times, so keep an eye out on that. There's actually another thing unit that you're gonna be keeping an eye out, your eye out for, and that is a Jackal sniper with a focus rifle. He is a big threat, and you do not want him to target you because he will obliterate your shields and your health, and you do not want to die by some poser Jackal sniper with a focus rifle. Alright, got some Jackals at the top over there. Trying to take them out on the 2nd floor. There's a lot of brute captains in this part. As you see here, I just eliminated 2, I believe. And there's still a brute chieftain with a fuel rod cannon at the very top. And we'll be using that sniper rifle given to us at the very end right here to take them out. But up here, we're taking our time killing all these grunts. Usually, if you're fast enough, you can get all the grunts before they go up to the brute chieftain at the top there. This grunt, I thought I could get him, but he was head glitching, so unfortunate for me. There's another Jackal sniper with a focus rifle. You're gonna want to keep an eye out for him too. That grunt that I was trying to kill earlier finally reared his ugly head, and I was able to kill him. And now we're gonna use this sniper rifle to kill this brute chieftain up here with the fuel rod cannon. Alright, so we got his shields down, but he still ate all those shots. But behind us is a brute chieftain killing our bullfrog guys, and I can't stand for that. So goodbye, brute captain, and then hello again to the brute chieftain. There we go. He is down. Get 666 for that. And we're going to go grab our needler back because we are going to need it for the Traxxas Tower engagement. Which I think will, once you get through all this part, because this is, in my opinion, the hardest part of the mission coming up. Actually, basically from the end of the Suicide Grunts all the way to here, all the way to when you get into the Falcon. That's the difficult part of the mission. After that, it's really, really easy. But to me, this part is still pretty simple. It's just a lot of making sure you land your shots, making sure you're in cover. And it's just a lot of practice. Alright, 5 grunts right outside that door. You're going to want to make sure you focus the grunt with the fuel rod cannon because he is a big deal. Make sure that you use your frag grenades against jackals or grunts because they do bonus damage to them. Or they're just more effective towards unshielded enemies. Going to try to take out these 2 jackals here. And at the very top here on the 2nd level of the tower, you're going to want to bring out your needler. And there's going to be 2 brutes here. And I got a little... I anticipated a little bit and I missed a few shots. But ultimately the result was the same. And those 2 brutes got absolutely decimated. Now, going to go in through the bottom floor. Unlike a lot of people who like to go in through the top floor, I like to stay on the ground level. That way I can catch these enemies as they are coming down to me instead of me going to them, which is a huge advantage because you get to see them first before they see you. Alright, now this part is kind of annoying. You're going to want to headshot. As long as you headshot the brutes, not the brutes, but the grunts inside of those shade turrets, they will get they'll just explode. Nobody else is going to go inside those shade turrets. The only other enemy that you're going to really want to focus on is this brute chieftain here with the fuel rod cannon. He is a big deal. You want to target him first whenever you get a chance to. There is also still a brute captain in here. We're going to make sure we take him out as well. And then we're going to eliminate... Basically, you kind of want to eliminate all the enemies and then save the that brute chieftain for last. That way it's a really easy fight. And you kind of don't have to bob and weave through multiple shots while you're trying to kill this guy. And it also gives you an opportunity to snipe him with your plasma pistol, EMP his shields. And then he just spazzes out, just doesn't know what to do. And freaking Hail Marys a few shots if like right about now. Wait, oh, there we go. He Hail Marys 2 shots and you just kind of blow his brains out. Taking out this grunt right here, and then there we go. If you made it this far, the rest of the mission is really easy. There is this part coming up where you get into the Falcon and you are on the turret. There is a chance that you can die on here. It is extremely difficult unless RNG just does not like you for some reason. Like, and that tends to be what happens. I originally thought that. Like, look at this. It's like, oh, what are you doing over there, bud? And then there's my Falcon that just came up behind me. Anyways, this part right here, yeah, it can be annoying if you just aren't getting the RNG, but I promise you, like, if you just target the enemies that I target, you will make it through this mission without a problem. This is, again, like, another reason why this is my favorite mission is because there's a lot of different areas that you're in. There's a lot of different engagements, a lot of different ways you can approach it. And again, the atmosphere is really good. The soundtrack is probably the best in the entire game. Like, this level by itself makes Halo Reach for me. All right, got some brutes up here. Going to take them out really easily. I always target down brutes first. That brute chieftain right here charging with that gravity hammer, I don't like him. Then there's a brute captain targeting me, and I do not want you to kill me, so I'm going to kill you first, but he survives. Sad day for me because I wanted him dead. Some grunts over here, we're going to eliminate them first. And then eliminate these brutes over here. There's a brute captain, eliminate him. And then there is that brute chieftain with the gravity hammer, we're going to take him out as well. Now, after you do that, the Banshees sometimes will target you, but a majority of the time, if you just make it to this point and you don't really aggro any of the Banshees, or if RNG just says, you know what, I like you and we're not going to actually attack you, you're good. But a good way to deter the Banshees from targeting you is actually to start shooting at them. I know that's backwards from how normally it would work, but I promise you, like, once you shoot them a little bit, they'll just go away. Just keep on keeping on. Plenty of Banshees in this part, but none of them seem to want to attack, in which I ain't complaining. Alright. So, this part, we're going to be using the Wraith. There is going to be we are going to be hijacking that Wraith right there. That way, that's the reason why I didn't decide to shoot at it early while I'm in the Falcon. I wanted to focus on making sure that we can get through this part, because this part is difficult if you don't use the vehicles that the game gives you, or the opportunity that the games give you. The game gives you. There we go. Plenty of Banshees still flying around, but if you make it to this part, since you're kind of just sitting here, the AI are scripted to just stay away from you and not fire at you at all. Alright, as soon as we bail out of this Falcon, we're going to do 2 things. Number 1, we're going to first want to try to get out of the Falcon once it sets down. Alright, now that we're out, we're going to walk over here immediately, grab some DMR ammo. making sure that we have a full DMR before we move up. And we're going to use this plasma pistol. There is a reason why you dropped your needler at the very end of the Traxxas Tower engagement, because we are going to need this to hijack this ghost at the very, very beginning of this. At the very first enemy you want to take out is this Grunt and the ghost, and I just got lucky on that EMP and was able to take the Grunt out on the first try. Any enemies that you see, you are going to want to eliminate before you get into the ghost or into any vehicle that you take. We have this this ghost now, and this ghost is going to be very, very important for later on when we grab the second missile battery. Once we turn it on, we're going to get back into this ghost, and it's going to be useful. So you want to put it in an area where you can easily access it. First thing you're going to want to do when you fight that Wraith, take out the Grunt gunner in the turret seat, and just keep EMPing the Wraith right here. And then once you EMP it enough, hop into the Wraith turret, and then get right on in the Wraith. Don't have to do anything else, nothing else fancy. Just use the Wraith, and the rest of this mission is going to be really, really, it's going to be a cakewalk. Because all you do is before you go into any fights, any engagements whatsoever, you just use your Wraith. And your Wraith will basically be the kind of like, basically you'll be overpowered in the Wraith. It's really, really, like, you can use the Wraith for the rest of this engagement if you just don't want to get into the ghost and finish the mission really, really quickly. But the Wraith here, like, you can eliminate everything on the map with this. Everything in the area. Better, I should clarify that. Alright. Keep an eye out on this. For some reason, this ghost just came out of nowhere. I didn't even see this thing. But again, that's why we keep an eye out on our motion tracker. There's a Brute Chieftain with a plasma cannon. Or plasma... It's the only game that has that weapon in it, and I get confused by it all the time. It's the only weapon I don't remember its name. I think it's a plasma cannon. I could be wrong though. But I think at a certain point I'm just gonna say screw it and just get out of this. I think after, yeah, I'm just getting out. All right, just keep headshotting it until he decides to fall over. And there he goes. Sometimes it's as easy as that. Alright, turning on the first missile battery. Getting back into our fancy Wraith. And by the way, the reason why we hop into the turret is because we do not want to harm the Wraith. Doing it the way that I did keeps the Wraith at its full HP. Like, it makes sure that you can take a lot more damage instead of punching the like, basically to kill the brute, but you'd be damaging the Wraith as well. So that's why I say hop into the turret, and then you can get into the Wraith and then just run over anybody who's a problem. All right, we're just going to jump up here, see if we can activate the turret battery. Going to headshot that Grunt that we see right there, but there's a Brute Captain on our right, and I am thinking I should just make a run for it. Yeah, I'm just going to activate it. So this is, as soon as you activate it, this is where you're going to want to be fast if you decide to use your ghost. You're going to get into the ghost, you're going to immediately boost all the way over there. You do not stop boosting. And you want to make sure that you do not flip your ghost at all throughout this entire fight. Or throughout this entire little, on your entire route. However you take the route, you do not want to flip it. You want to make sure you're boosting the entire time. You're going to jump up here with your jetpack, turn it on, and that is the mission. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you guys did, please leave a like down below and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.
For takeoff, go now. Civilian transport away. You saved a lot of lives today, Spartan.
Copy. Repeat, this is Noble 2, Noble 6, Noble 5. Do you copy?
This is 6. Go ahead, Noble 2.
We picked up your transponder about an hour ago, but could not risk open comms. Covenant have the city sealed tight. We're getting nothing from George.
He didn't make it.
Understood. What's the situation at Starport exit?
The last transport is away.
All right. We're bringing you to us.